President Biden is trying to set this up where we get funding for the next 6 months. Are you concerned that President-elect Trump may try to stop that?
Well, you should be. We all should be. It passed its prologue. So let's do everything in our power to avoid that.
Yeah, Governor Gavin Newsom is going gloves off. He is sick and tired of Donald Trump's lies about the fires in Los Angeles and the lies from MAGA Republicans and other right-wing people like Elon Musk and others who are compounding the problems here in Los Angeles from the devastating fires. Governor Newsom wants to get out the accurate information and also let people know about the resources they can avail themselves of. So at the beginning of the video, I just showed you a short clip of the interview he did with our friend Alex Michelson on a local news network out here in Los Angeles. Over the weekend, Governor Newsom was making his rounds and doing some shows. Here, Governor Newsom is calling Donald Trump out for lying, saying somehow that Gavin Newsom didn't sign a Water Restoration Act and put the concern of smelt fish over the people. And Governor Newsom's like, what are you talking about? This is a total lie, and it is causing problems here while we're trying to help the people of Los Angeles. Here, watch this.
I called for him to come out, take a look for himself. We want to do it in the spirit of an open hand, not a closed fist. He's the president-elect. I respect the office. We have a president of the United States that within 36 hours provided a major disaster declaration over a text. We had support from the president of the United States, Joe Biden, with 100% reimbursement, all the resources you could hope for or imagine, constant communication. I'd like to extend that to the president-elect. I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt in reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full. The state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us. Responding to Donald Trump's insults, we would spend another month. I'm very familiar with them. Every elected official that he disagrees with, very familiar with them.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation, to understand what was happening with that local reservoir. That was not a state system reservoir, which the president-elect was referring to as it relates to the Delta and somehow connecting the Delta smelt to this fire, which is inexcusable because it's inaccurate, also incomprehensible to anyone that understands water policy in the state.
Now, I want you to understand the deeper right-wing agenda going on here. Number one, it's to use every tragedy, everything, whether it's fires in Los Angeles, whether it's hurricanes on the East Coast, whether it's terrorist attacks, to use them all in real time while the tragedy is taking place, while the crisis is taking place as a political wedge issue. People are most vulnerable during tragedy and crisis. MAGA knows this. Once upon a time, we would all unite as Americans when tragedy would strike. We wouldn't use it as political wedges to attack our fellow Americans. That's what MAGA does now. They're predatory and they're preying on people who are very vulnerable and susceptible, more susceptible to the lies because it's a time of crisis. So number one, use it as a political wedge issue to help their MAGA agenda, which ultimately helps the oligarchs and the billionaires who are pulling the puppet strings behind the scenes in Mar-a-Lago. But take a look at what else they want to do. A federal takeover of California, having Trump take over California. Donald Trump is very intimidated by Governor Newsom. Governor Newsom is everything that I think Donald Trump wanted to be or look like, and Trump is very jealous of that. And Trump views Governor Newsom as a threat. MAGA views an independent, articulate thinker like Governor Newsom as a threat. So they want to try to take him down here. They tried to take him down a few years back as well. You'll recall during the recall, which failed. There's a money component. You always got to follow the money with these MAGAs, right? So take a look at some of the tech bros, what they're saying. They see an opportunity for the moolah to monetize this. One of the tech bros MAGA tech bros Bill Ackman goes on the social media platform X, run by Elon Musk, and goes, putting out fires before they spread does not seem like a serious technological challenge in the world of SpaceX. So Elon Musk, why don't we start a company that uses satellites, AI, and drone technology to put out fires before they spread? Oh, so you want to create a company now to what? To monetize this? As Brandon Richards, who's doing a lot of the rapid response for Governor Newsom, and he's doing quite a good job, said the following: FYI, Bill, California's use of artificial intelligence to detect wildfires was already recognized as one of the best innovations of 2023 by Time magazine. The innovative partnership between Cal Fire's wildfire AI detector and the University of California, San Diego's Alert California utilizes AI to monitor over 1,000 cameras throughout the state to detect wildfires, allowing Cal Fire to respond faster. Governor Newsom's first budget in 2019 funded 100 of these cameras, and the program has grown ever since. One of the things that Gavin Newsom's also saying to these right-wing MAGA agitators and bad faith actors is, look, when you're out there saying that looters will not be prosecuted because it's decriminalized, not only are you lying because it's absolutely false, it would be a serious felony, you're encouraging looters. But somehow I think that some of the people on the right wing know that. They bask in the chaos. They bask in the pain and suffering. Just if you think about it like a bad guy in a movie, like Joker and Batman, right? The chaos always plays to their advantage when people are turning against each other. I mean, it's almost like a parody of like villains from movies, the way these people are behaving. One of the points that I said in my post, well, they fled. They fled California. They did a Cancun cruise move. You know where they went? They went to Mar-a-Lago. The California Republican delegation fled the fires, flew 3,000 miles to Mar-a-Lago to hang out while Donald Trump was golfing and they were partying it up in Mar-a-Lago. They all took that photo with their thumbs up. I mean, look at these people. Like they can't think for themselves. They all just do Donald Trump's pose. And by the way, I think the Midas Touch Network was one of the only outlets that covered it like this. California Republicans flee to Mar-a-Lago as LA burns. Instead of providing leadership, they decided to kiss Trump's ring. You know who came here to actually help us in Los Angeles? Let me show you some of the images right here. We'll run some of the B-roll. Mexico, as Governor Newsom said, firefighters from Mexico just arrived at LAX. They'll be joining 14,000 personnel already battling the Palisades fire. California is immensely grateful to our neighbors' support in the fight against the wildfires in Los Angeles. Let me show you some more B-roll. This is Canada. Canada's come here to help. They've provided substantial resources to us here in Los Angeles. Thank you to our neighbors in Canada. As Donald Trump mocks Canada and talks about annexing it, our Canadian neighbors are here to help us as well. Governor Newsom's been giving updates as well. He goes, incredible to see the heroism of these firefighting pilots putting out massive blazes from the air. California is the first state with C-130s fighting the fires and home to the largest firefighting aviation unit in the world. I'll share this clip with you as well. I think we gave it a little boost yesterday from the Pod Saves America show. Gavin Newsom did an interview with them. Let me show you here where Governor Newsom was basically saying, look, Trump, come here. Let's talk about the facts. You want to know the facts? The people need to know the facts and the truth right now, what's going on. Stop with the lies over and over again. Be a leader, not an internet troll. Let me show you this clip. Let's play it.
Let's just look at the facts. Just in the last few years I've been governor, we've close to doubled the investments in CAL FIRE, the state firefighting force. Close to double the number of personnel We've increased the size of our aerial fleet by 16 new helicopters. We were finally able to get from the Pentagon 7 C-130s. We got the first one up there. You saw it up there in the CAL FIRE flag on this fire. We had pre-positioned Saturday, our State Office of Emergency Service. We all got together before this event, days before the event, and we agreed to pre-position in 6 counties here in Southern California, hundreds and hundreds of assets. Let me be specific about that. On Sunday, we had 110 engines, hundreds of personnel, specialty crews, dozers, water tenders, helicopters. We pre-positioned them strategically in multiple counties. And because we had pre-positioned them, they were first on the scene. Many of these people supplementing the resources of this local fire department, dealing with overwhelming winds in this overwhelming fire that I happened to be present at within its first few hours and saw firsthand the hurricane winds and the embers going as far as 2 miles. That was overwhelming for the thousands of people that were down there fighting them concurrent, not just here in the Palisades, with the fire out there at Eaton and some other fires. 5 current active fires as we're dealing with today, 12,000 personnel currently working, 175 engines that have come from 5 different states. We have people from around the world offering resources, notably from Canada and Mexico, and we're putting everything we have at it.
And while that's going on, you have, again, more of these MAGA politicians pushing their divisiveness. You have Congress member Haggerty over here saying the failure of leadership in California, it's being caused by the DEI initiatives over the readiness. It's pathetic. It's all of this DEI going on. Stop with the DEI stuff and the ESG. Stop making that the scapegoat for everything. Focus on the truth and the facts and coming together as Americans.
President-elect Donald Trump launched a new round of criticism Sunday, targeting Democrats over their efforts to tame the Southern California wildfires, ripping viral liberal leaders as incomplete witness to one of the worst catastrophes in the history of country. Trump Trust social media post on latest is a series of attacks by President-elect and his allies on California government Gavin Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. The Democrats already face tough questions from their constituents and other elected officials, including those from their own party and increasingly one another. But the broadsides from Trump and supporters such as billionaire Elon Musk, several of them misleading the citing reports, are setting the stage for fighters